We wrap up Fall AD podcast today, talking all things Anderson Raptors, catching up with Chris Newton. How we doing, Newt?
Doing great. Great week. We're actually off school today, so this has been one of those great days for me. It's like it's a ghost town in here, so getting to get a lot of work done and hopefully get ahead of some things. Well, I shouldn't say get ahead, try to catch up with things.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever been ahead in my life.
Yeah, treading water. Yes. Hey, before we go into the teams, you guys are having an outstanding fall season. You know, all your teams, not just football. And one of the things I wanted to ask you was, it's got to help starting the school year off. Just the overall camaraderie in between classes. It's just, I'm just curious if that's the case. If successful fall sports seasons affects the overall school.
Oh, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are 100% correct, Rob. And we have been very blessed. Our kids have worked very hard to be in this position. And you're right, every single one of our fall teams. And so we're reaping the benefits right now of the hard work. And I'm just not talking the hard work this season. I'm talking the hard work that started back in December and January, in a weight room, and all those kids. Every single one of our fall teams gets in that weight room and gets after it. Our golf teams, some people don't think that they get in the weight room. You better believe our boys golf team is one of the most consistent groups in there. Charlie Straubel, I mean, that boy, Ben Trigg, those two got after it all off season. So, but when you say, the camaraderie and everything, you aren't kidding. I mean, when our kids, when you're doing well and you're feeling good about yourself, you walk a little bit taller, right? And in the hallways, kids are saying things to each other like, "Hey, great job last night. Good luck tonight." And that breeds, that positivity and that culture that, Kyle Fender, really breeds in here is
Sure.
AHS's family. We're here for each other. And although our kids can't get to all the games that they want to get to, and support each other on the field, like we would love, to have a packed stands every night, but we got kids that take 5 AP classes,
right?
We got kids that work. We got kids that practice. So we got kids in the band and the orchestra and stuff like that. And so we got kids scattered all over the place. So it might not seem it at night because we don't have huge crowds all the time, but during the day, nobody sees what we see. And that is that everybody is backing each other in our hallways. And it is an awesome thing.
So it's all about
I've been there. I've been there before when you're not having a great fall and a great season. And it's, kids aren't walking through the hallway with their chest out and their heads up. They're a little down. And so the positivity right now is awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I wanted to ask you that for a couple of weeks, and I had a feeling that was going to be the answer. But great to all them. That's just awesome for the Friday Night Lights, for the community, for just everybody. It's just awesome. Well, let's start girls volleyball.
All right.
They are wrapping up the regular season with 2 ECC matches this week. They travel to Little Miami on Tuesday, and then wrap up the regular season against West Claremont on Thursday. And then I'm sure you want to talk a little bit about tournament time.
You better believe it. So we had a good week. We beat Milford and Walnut Hills in straight sets, dropped a tough one at McNick. That was a great match, just a great volleyball match. And, it's always a bummer when you lose, but the most important thing right now is playing good volleyball and right. As we approach. So we did that and didn't come out on top, but girls didn't hang their heads. Won in straight sets versus Milford and Walnut Hills. So this week we've got Little Miami Tuesday, and then we have senior night on Thursday, which I'm very excited for. We talked about crowds. I want a huge crowd for these young ladies on Thursday night. We have a huge surprise that we're going to be unveiling Thursday night as well. So
Nice.
it's a great night to support volleyball. It's senior night, last game of the year here, regular season, and we got a huge surprise for everyone when they come to the match. So
Perfect.
and then we start tournament the following week.
Yeah, it's great. Well, best of luck to them this week as they wrap up the regular season, and let's make a long run in the tournament. So
Yes,
that's great stuff. Girls tennis had sectionals and everything last week. How did they do, Newt?
they did okay, and again, we our girls, they work extremely hard, and those draws are just so difficult at times. Like you might meet up, I think Mason and Sycamore. I mean, those are loaded, and I
Yes.
think we unfortunately matched up against them a lot in the draw, and I know both of our doubles did, and Tessa San Germano and Manat Patel. They did a great job getting through, and then their last match, they faced again probably one of the best teams in the city of Cincinnati, doubles teams who will have a chance to advance the state. So I would venture to say this: of our 5 matches that we played, I'm going to say probably every single one of those doubles teams or singles players that beat us advanced into the district.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, you just, you go. And, sometimes you got to tip your hat to the young lady out there on the other side of the court. And wasn't that our girls didn't play well or fight hard. It was just on that particular day, those girls were a little bit better.
Congratulations to them on a great season.
Yes.
Southwest Ohio girls tennis is so competitive, and
Yeah.
to get out of Cincinnati, to get to any level out of Cincinnati, you got to be really good. So,
Yeah. And we had some really nice honors that I'm going to be shooting out here over Twitter. Some very nice honors that our girls were recognized with from the Tennis Coaches Association.
That's great. Yeah.
So just real proud of those young ladies.
Great. Congratulations on an awesome season. Newt, let's switch over to the pitch. We'll start with girls soccer. Boy, do they have a busy slate this week.
They
do. Tonight they travel to Winton Woods, ECC matchup. Tuesday they host another ECC matchup against West Claremont, and then wrap up the regular season hosting the always tough Firebirds from Lakota West, and then tournament play on the 19th.
Yeah. So again, a good week. Had wins over Little Miami and a very nice win. Played really well on Saturday night. I believe it was 4-0 win over East.
That's huge.
Like you said, Tuesday night home, and then Saturday night is our senior night for our girls versus Lakota West. So we're hoping a big crowd will turn out again to support them and keep the rain away Saturday night. But this group has just been playing great, and again, they're in a shot for a league championship still.
Yeah, it's great.
We got to take care of business tonight. Got to take care of business tomorrow night in the league play, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and then next week they host Western Brown, 7 p.m. First round of the tournament, and they got a chance to make a run. So best of luck
Thursday the 19th. Yeah. Yep. So, and then we would face the winner of Walnut Hills, Lakota West, or Hamilton. So that would be a strange one, wouldn't it? Back-to-back games versus Lakota West.
Yeah. Switching over to Sam's side, boys soccer. Let's see.
Great week.
2 road matches, but 2 tough ones to get ready for tournament. There are 2 ECC matches to wrap up the regular season at Loveland Tuesday, at West Claremont Thursday. 2 tough ones, and let's wish them well, and then tournament time.
Yeah, and again, anything can happen with them. They're still in contention for a league championship, but they had a great week. Beat Fairfield, beat Little Miami, and a great senior night. It was just what a super night Thursday night was with our seniors and celebrating them. And like you said, they go Thursday at West Claremont and Tuesday at Loveland. So Saturday we played Springboro, and that was again, like I've told you, our both of our soccer programs, the schedule that they play is absurd.
Right.
We played Springboro on Saturday, who just beat Centerville, one of the top teams in the state. So we lost a tough one, 2-1. But again, played great soccer, and we'll get ready this week, and then next Saturday start the next season.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Best of luck to them. Both boys and girls soccer. They got a chance to have a special postseason.
Without a doubt.
Stay the course. All right. Let's go over to the links for boys and girls soccer. They're knee deep in tournament play. Give fans an update on boys and girls golf.
Okay. So boys golf, it was awesome. Our sectional, and you can say this in every sport, but our boys golf sectional is unbelievably difficult. Unbelievably difficult. I want to say, I think we were at Glenview, and I think par is a 71.
Okay.
Okay. Par is a 71 there, maybe even 72. I'm not sure. And you've got kids shooting. Kid from Little Miami, I think, was the winner at a 71. I think he shot a low 71 or something like that, 70. And then we had kids shoot really good scores, and unfortunately, you can't play defense in golf.
Nope.
And just didn't make it. But on the last hole, Marshall Morency, and we've talked about Marshall Morency 1,000 times. The kid has ice in his veins, and he was probably about 180 away, and knew he had to get down in 2.
Okay.
He was one of the late round guys, and we knew he had to get down in 2. And I'll be darned, he stuck that about 5 feet from the cup, came up, and an air of confidence is like, I got ice in my vein. I'm like, Jesus, holy moly, the kid's unbelievable. And he buried the putt for a 73 and made it in by that stroke. I mean,
unbelievable.
It's incredible. We had our booster golf outing on yesterday, and I mean, I was hitting trees and stuff like that. This kid, 16-year-old kid in a pressure situation like that, I just have my partner yelling at me. I mean, he's got tons of pressure on him, and he buried it. So it was great to see. And again, you've got it's a weird situation because you got the thrill of victory with Marshall, and then you got all our other kids, the agony of defeat, because we were really wanting to, really had a good shot, and they did. They scored well. I think we shot a 312 or something like that, which is great. And it just, unfortunately, they had 4 teams that just shot the lights out. So, so Marshall is our only advancer.
Okay.
And he will be advancing to Heatherwood on Wednesday. Okay. So I believe he tees off at, I think it was 11:45 or something like that on Wednesday. So we'll be out there screaming at him for an opportunity to go to the state. So,
but think about,
it's incredible.
Think about in our early shows, when we were talking about golf, you talked about, I think by 1 or 2 strokes on your ECC preview.
Yeah.
You came in like 3rd or 4th by a stroke or 2. So it's just amazing how competitive high school golf has gotten. It
is. And like I said, our sectional is so difficult. There's kids that shot scores in our sectional that if they were playing in another one, they would have very easily made it to districts. But unfortunately, ours is just loaded, and nothing you can do about that. You go out and you put a score up, and whatever the other kid does, and you just tip your hat to them. But so Marshall is going to be advancing, and then our girls really, really, really played well out at Walden Pond. We finished 3rd, so we qualified as a team to the district. So the girls will be playing on Thursday at Heatherwood. So Ayla Bruger was our leader out there at Walden Pond. She shot a 76. And
that's
and
a
how
tough
about
course,
this?
Newt? That's a tough course.
Oh my gosh! So here's a great one about Ayla Bruger. Now, she might not like me to tell you this, but I'm gonna tell. So don't listen, Ayla, if you're out there.
Hit the
She
mute
got
button.
a double bogey on the first hole and a double bogey on the second hole. Okay. So
Okay.
she's 4 over in the first 2 holes. And I mean, that ain't good.
Nope.
And if she realizes, heck, if I do a couple more bogeys here, I'm out, I'm gone. And you want to talk about mental toughness of a young lady to just flush those first 2 holes out of your mindset and just focus on from holes 3 to 18. And that's what she did. I don't know what par is. I think par is a 7, maybe it's a 71 out there. And so she was 1 over for the next 16 holes. So, Ayla Brugger, I got to tell you, she is just a model of consistency. Because, our golf preview was out there in the golf championships, and I want to say she shot a 76, maybe all 3 times out there. But again, it's the mental toughness. So many of those players have the physical abilities, but that sport, just like every other sport, the mental side of it is amazing. And Ayla having the ability to just completely forget about those first 2 and move on just speaks volumes about that young lady. And so, but no, we're going to be up at Heatherwood Thursday. I don't know what our tee off time is, but I will be there screaming, using my golf voice, of course.
Yes.
But I will be screaming for them.
Perfect. Well, best of luck to them. That's great stuff, Newt. Let's switch to the gridiron. A nice win, week 8 win against West Claremont on the road. Look at that, Bartels Road, week 9.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting week. And so our kids, we were struggling Friday night. I don't know if people look at the score and think, oh my gosh, 50-5 must have been a cakewalk. This score was 8-5 at halftime. I'm sorry, 8-5 at the end of the first quarter. And we just weren't playing up to our ability. And I don't know what coach said in between the quarters. I'd like to bottle it up.
Yes.
But we scored 35 points in the second quarter, to make it 42-5 at half. And just got after it. And just so proud of the way they corrected some things and went out and played a second half, and a lot of our other kids got in the second half, and they played very well. So it was really nice to see.
That's
but
great.
Yeah, we need all of our Anderson Raptors to head on over to Bartels Road Friday night, because that's going to be a big one. And
that'll be a big one.
And very excited about the opportunity. As I tell these kids, don't make it bigger than it is, but this is big.
Yep.
Right? This is
1
big.
week at a time.
You get the opportunity to go play against your buddies and to prove that, your football squad is better than theirs. And it'll be exciting. It'll be fun. That's for sure.
And then not to put the cart before the horse, but we won't have a show next week. So, and then end the year at Kings. So three road league games to wrap up the year. So
the Road Warriors.
Yeah, that's a tough task. So best of luck to football on Friday at Bartels Road.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up this show with cross country. I know
yeah.
their ECC championship coming up this Saturday. I know they've been able to rest a little bit, and then they're on to tournament as well.
Yeah. And so, this Carrie Lee, you don't get a better coach than Carrie Lee. And she's so intelligent, so smart with how she trains our kids. And so we had a good one last week. We raced on Tuesday out at Voice of American Park, and Audrey Baker came in second, and Nolan Least came in third. Both our boys and girls teams came in third out of 15 teams. So a good race. And now the taper begins, because now it's tournament time. So our kids have to be fresh and ready to go. And so league championships on Saturday out at Lebanon High School. So we'll get after it there, and we'll really see how much we've improved. And we've keep talking about PRs and PRs and PRs. So I'm super excited about what these kids are going to bring. And then we got, the following week, is the districts. So we'll get after that and see what happens. But we've got some kids that are running right now that are positioned. They can do some damage, not only in the ECCs, but do some damage in the tournament.
And the districts will be at Voice of America Park on the 21st, and a good course. And hopefully they continue to excel and move on through the tournament. Newt, that'll wrap up our fall AD podcast. I thank you for your insights and your humor, your enthusiasm. These are great shows. We've got, great viewership, and hopefully you're getting good feedback, and we're glad we're doing them again. And just thank you for all you do for the shows.
Oh, well, Rob, I will tell you this. I get a bunch of people that will come up to me and say stuff about the show. And I'm like, did I really said that? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I just appreciate the opportunity to get on here and talk about our kids. There's nothing I like to do more than talk about our kids and just get after them and stuff like that. And it's awesome. This is a special place.
Yep.
And we've got special kids and special families that make this place. And anytime we can throw them out there and put them up on a pedestal, I'm all for that. So just appreciate the opportunity and everything you guys do for us.
Perfect. We will pick these back up on Monday, December 4th.
Yes.
We'll have 8 shows for the winter season. We'll probably do 2 or 3 in December, January and February. And again, Newt, best of luck to your teams as they wind it down and get in tournament play, and we'll touch base in December.
Yeah, hopefully in December we're celebrating about 4 state championships.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Wouldn't that be nice?
God, how awesome would that be?
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you very much.
Thanks, Newt. Have a good day and a good week. Thank you.
All right, go Raptors.